Hello, all you beautiful people. Welcome once again. This is Koala Planning, and my name is Michelle. I'm a cash-based budgeter, and I am a full-time worker, a mom to a one-year-old son, a wife, and this is my journey about turning my family's financial stability and future around. I have a goal for the year 2022, and that is to reach 22,000 in savings. And that could be saving challenges, sinking funds, money in the bank, altogether 22,000. So it's not a specific fund that I want to get to that point. And that's a lot considering I never saved before. I never had any money. I lived paycheck to paycheck. And when bills came in, I stressed. It was a major stress factor. It was a major factor in my life that caused a lot of anxiousness. And this is me turning that around, or me trying to turn that around. I just completed a video where I am for the first time taking money banked back to the bank, and this is all the money that I have saved just in change. There's about $520 in here. Do check out that previous video where I talk about how I saved my change. I'm gonna put that aside for now. So this video, I'm actually going to be doing my paycheck budget. I do these every week. I get paid fortnightly and my husband gets paid weekly. Now, my husband is contract work, so if there's public holidays, if he takes a day off sick or a day off as what we may consider annual leave, he doesn't get paid for those days. So this is one of those weeks where my income and his income will be coming in. Unfortunately, is not as high because last week he only worked 3 and a bit days. Our son fell sick, and he was the one who was running around doing the doctors and trying to look after our son. And then I took over the other days. So today I spent the day looking after my son. It was my turn. So I expect a small pay week again next week because my husband stayed back yesterday while I did today. Sorry about the long intro, but I felt like I had to explain myself. So this is me divvying up the monies. This is going to be one of those very boring paycheck budgets. When I say boring, it means it's not because it's reoccurring, it's the same every week. You would notice if you actually go back to my previous videos, no two paycheck budgets have ever been the same. I don't know why, it just happens. But it also shows that because I'm so new to this, I am still learning as to what works for my family. For the month of April, May, June, I am actually concentrating on building at least either 2 weeks worth of bills buffer or a whole month's worth of bill buffer if I can pull it off. So that's where majority of my money is going at the moment, in creating that buffer in my account so that I move away from living paycheck to paycheck. I'm quite confident that I'll get there, but it is a bit of, I've got to work this budget out every week to make sure I am putting towards that goal. And this month, I have a few bills that have come in. I don't have money in my sinking funds for them, so I have to put them in my paycheck budget this week. Yes, they're not all due this particular pay, but because this is the bigger pay, next week is just my husband's income. There's no point putting any of this off. It has to come out of this income. So we've got, yes, I had a speeding fine. I did bring it up in a few videos before. I was driving to work Saturday morning. Nobody was on the road. I guess I wasn't thinking, and I sped at an area that I shouldn't have, and the camera caught me. So I've got to pay that fine. My husband's car registration is coming. Yes, I have paid a registration fee just last month, and I paid it off in full. That was $770 I paid off in one go, and that was through this system, which I had never been able to do. I've always paid my registration in installment. This time around, this particular car, which is my husband's car, we're not too sure what we're doing with it, if we're going to keep it or sell it, because it is an older car. So just this time, I'm actually going to just pay the 3 months installment, and then we'll reassess when it's due again as to what we're doing with that car. And then the water bill, that is coming. I should have prepared for this. If you see my monthly budget that I did a few videos ago, this is not accounted for. I did not, this just crept up on me. And like I said, I am new to this, and I could have chosen not to show this budget because it's not as exciting, but I wanted to show that this is real life. This is my life. I'm putting it out there for you to see that yes, things do come up, and it's how we move forward with them, or how we reassess our budgets to make everything work without having to stress about it. For the first time ever, I'm not stressing about paying these bills because I have money set aside for all the other parts of my life. So if this week majority of my pay goes in paying bills, so be it. I'm quite comfortable doing that. All right, so those are the major bills. I don't think I have anything else. So fuel, I'm actually going to put $100, and reoccurring bills, I'm actually going to put $900 in this time round. So technically, if I already have $540 in the bank, and that is covering this week's bills and part of next week's bills, so I'm already ahead. And so by putting $900 in, I am not only covering next week whatever I have left over, but also the week after that. So I'm already getting myself ahead. So this is building my buffer. And I think from calculation, I only needed $560 for the next week. So everything else is just buffer money, which is great. So that's where majority of my savings is going. As in cash envelopes, I've got the groceries, which is $150. I've got splash cash for myself and splash cash for the hubby. Now, because we didn't get paid as much, and I don't want to take out too much monies from the reoccurring bills because I really want to work on that buffer, we're actually only going to give ourselves $30 each this time instead of the usual $50. So that $30 has to help us for the fortnight, but we don't have anything planned, so we should be fine. And what else did I want to put money for? I wanted to put spending, putting in 50. Do I have any other bills that I don't want to be, it's just one of those things where I just want to make sure I've accounted for everything. Okay, I think I'm good here. I don't think I have anything else. Oh yes, see, I knew I was forgetting something. Good thing I looked at my notes here. Mother's Day. I'm going to put $50 there. It just crept on us this time round for Mother's Day. I won't lie. I guess I was concentrating so much on Easter and my Red Joe and stuff like that that I didn't really think about Mother's Day. Okay, so now I'm going to calculate these just to see if I have any monies left over. Sorry if I sound a bit nasally, everyone, because I'm hoping that I'm not getting what my son has, but I have been around him for a few days and he is on antibiotics, so he should be good, but it's possible that I might be coming down with whatever he has. So I'm trying really hard to keep the lemon and ginger tea going so that 310. $4.99. Okay. I don't have to worry about anything in debt because that's part of my reoccurring bills. Savings. Okay, let's do my aggressive one because I really don't want to miss that one. That's going to help me get to my first 1,000. In my investing, I like to do $10 a week, so I'm going to put $20 for the fortnight. So we've got minus 100 minus 20, 79. If I give, I only needed, I was going to put $50 in gifts. Actually, you know what I can do? How about coffee here? Because I haven't given, and that's one indulgence me and the hubby love to give ourselves. I know you think that we should be using our splash cash, and yes, we do use our splash cash for coffees, but that's when we're at work. This $20 usually is when we are, how should I put it, when it's just after church. We like to have a bit of coffee and cake, reflect on the week that we've had and kind of make a plan for ourselves for the week moving forward. So I guess that's what we like to do. And okay, I haven't put anything in my son's savings, so I'll put that $9 in there. So we have 70 left. Take out the $20 that I'm putting in for investment. So in gifts, I'm putting in 50. So 50, and that's my zero-based budget. All right, sorry for the fluff around, guys. That's it. It's not as exciting, as how much money I'm going to be putting in sinking funds and how much I'm putting in savings, because here's the thing. I see this, even though it's paying bills, is savings because it's helping me move ahead. I am not living paycheck to paycheck. This is paying for the weeks ahead. It's also important that I pay my bills. I'm not behind on any bill. It's such a refreshing feeling that, the fines, okay, maybe not the fine. This is something that, we all have to work towards, guys. When you do something like this really hurts your budget. That's $200 that could have gone into savings. It could have gone into sinking funds, and I've gone and wasted it because I wasn't thinking. So don't do that, guys. It's not worth it. Rego, these are things that you have to pay. It's important to look after yourself, because if you do not look after yourself, you're not going to stick to the budget. It's as simple as that. People have a very negative connotation to the word budget because it thinks that you're restricting. Well, if you pay yourself first, you're not restricting yourself then. Yes, you might be used to getting $50 for a fortnight to splurge, but then you just make adjustments. You got less pay this time around. You've got to make sure that the bills are paid. So it doesn't matter if just 1 week or the 2 weeks ahead you have 1 or 2 less coffees. That's how I see it, and that's my argument towards it, and that's what makes me comfortable. I'm still putting something towards savings. I think that's great. I didn't have to, but I still managed to, which is I'm really happy about. And I am funding one of my sinking funds, which is the gifts funds, because I have so many birthdays in the month of May, and all of them are important to me. And that's why I'm putting the money in there. All right, guys, this is it. This is my paycheck budget for this week. If you guys like this kind of content, if you guys like cash-based budgeting. You guys would like, the next one will obviously will be putting the monies towards my cash envelopes and some of these funds. Do subscribe, do hit the like button, the thumbs up button. Any comments, any suggestions you might have as to how I can improve it. Yes, these will become sinking funds moving forward, as in my registration and water bill. Definitely not a fine. I am not making a sinking fund for fines. That's not happening. We should not be having fines in the first place. All right, guys, look after yourselves. Take care. Be blessed. And most importantly, be kind to yourselves and to others. Bye.